What up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. It's been a minute, hasn't it? You have to excuse the whole wife beater here. It's like heat wave time in Europe, and as you can see by my shiny look, I'm sweating up a storm here. I wanted to talk about something that I noticed from Twitter because I spend a lot of time on Twitter now, and I'm not sure how I made the connection in my head. It might be obvious to you guys. It's about role models, and how you could tell a lot about a person by the role models that they look to. And on Twitter, you find that I can only call it a circle jerk. You got a bunch of guys tweeting about other guys that tweet about those guys. So everybody's tweeting about each other, and you can tell they all look up to each other. But these are a bunch of moneymakers, impressed by other moneymakers. Makes sense. And that got me thinking about the music industry, the sport industry, ethnicity, gender, and when you look at a generalization, and generalizations, as we know, they paint a good picture in a general sense about a particular people. And I was looking at the different role models between Western men and Western women. Of course, because I tend to focus mostly on gender. But we're going to get into race also. Only slightly. And men are spending a lot of times idolizing and looking up to guys like, Richard Branson and Elon Musk and, these guys who are out building, doing great things, making a lot of money. That's a big deal to most men. I think most men will understand, agree that making money and building stuff, or a reputation or a name, a legacy, it's a big deal to men because that's how we derive our value as men. Our ability to create something and maintain it, be it a reputation, finances, actual physical structures, whatever else, because one usually is connected to the other. But, reputation can come through by way of your skills, be it building stuff literally, with your hands, fighting, by way of boxing, your skills in jiu-jitsu or whatever else. This is how we build. And this is how we build ourselves, and we idolize fighters and guys like this. We look up to the Mike Tysons and this ones and that ones, and you can name it across the board, sports and whatnot. And I'm looking at modern Western women, and they're idolizing Kim Kardashian and Amber Rose and Cardi B, who I still don't know what the heck she does. I can't name. Is she a singer? I don't know what she does. What does she do? Is she a singer or something? I don't know what she does anyway. I don't care. I think she's a singer, Cardi B. Someone drop it in the comment section because I honestly don't know who she is, what she really does. I know she's ghetto ratchet on whatchamacallit, Black China. They're idolizing these women who are capitalizing on hypergamy. And when you think about it, these women are hypergamous superstars. They use their sexuality in order to increase their individual personal value and position in life by getting a man who has built himself, And so this shows you how inspiration is derived for certain behaviors and why Western women are consistently getting worse when it comes to sexuality, and Western men are consistently getting better at building themselves. And I said it before, and I said it in the old video, men are better than women because we have to be. Because if we want to get women, we got to build something. We got to be awesome. We got to be amazing. We got to make money. We got to at least have a good personality as a minimum. Because that can get you far, as we know, with women. So, but women, they got to look good. That's it. And so we see the advent and the creation of that video I made where, women are actually using face clay now, different type of makeup techniques and whatnot. They're capitalizing on social media to maximize their sexuality and express it to a larger percentage of men, sometimes reaching superstars. We know that some superstars get thirsty on these chicks' Instagram pages. And women are idolizing these women who have maximized and capitalized on their hypergamy. and men are idolizing men who have capitalized on their building ability. And one is connected to the other because they're both different reproductive strategies. The men are capitalizing and maximizing, and they're getting the best of the looking women by being, amazing guys, which causes other guys to want to be like those guys to get amazing women, which is why men are consistently getting better. And women are just constantly boiling everything down to high sexuality and how to express themselves in a sexual manner and how to look more sexual through hip and waist trainers and this and that and hitting the gym and doing squats. You know how many squat videos there are nowadays? Get a big butt, this, that, it's just, if you ain't got it genetically, you can go out and fake it. So I just found that very interesting, and it's just something that connected in my head from Twitter. Now, intrinsically and basically, there's at its fundamental core, there's nothing wrong with it, except for the simple fact that we live in Western society where unchecked hypergamy has become something very toxic. And now, when we combine that idolization of these, wretched whores and unchecked hypergamy and its effect on the standard, everyday woman, now we'll see why relationships, marriages, and everything are falling apart at a regular intervals, at great interval. I don't know if interval is even the right word, in great numbers. Just, it's ridiculous. Now, this, of course, goes into race also, or in ethnicity, excuse me, not race, because we are the human race. There are different ethnicities within the human race. When we look at, like, the idolization of black people and who black people generally in America idolize, as opposed to, like, those of white, there is a significant separation between who they idolize. There is some some overlap. There are some black people who are idolized by white people, and there's a lot of white people who are idolized by black people. But again, these are apex people in their fields, be it business or sports or whatever else, or sciences. So, that's just something I came across. It's just something I noticed. And so now when I go on social media, when I'm doing my vetting process on looking for, a potential woman, that's one of the first things I do. What are you looking at, Ling Ling? She trying to get all cheeky over there when I say that. She look at me like, what? I check her social media. It's like, who does she idolize? What is she looking at? How is she, what is she aiming for? It says a lot about an individual, the type of people and characters and personalities they follow on social media. It's a very important part of the vetting process that you should really look at, when you look at a woman's social media. And this is important in terms of Muslims and non-Muslims, because if you're Muslim, you're already going to see what type of woman she is by her social media, because we have Islamic standards that we're supposed to follow. So already you're going to see massive red flags in her social media, whereas to like a non-Muslim, it would be like, oh yeah, this is cool. And even when I look at it from like a perspective of how a non-Muslim would look at some social media that would be acceptable from a non-Muslim woman is completely unacceptable for a Muslim woman. But when, non-Muslim guys, when you're dealing with women and you look at her social media should, and there's no problem with her social media showing that she's single and she's looking. She's going to advertise, of course. She's going to be looking for that high value man. You come along, you're Mr. High Value. Now, does her social media change? Or does her social media remain the same in terms of like looking single? If it is, then you got to understand you're dealing with a low-level Cardi B or a low-level Black China or a low-level Amber Rose or Kim Kardashian. They're going to jump ship on you the first chance that they can, and their social media is stating that accordingly. Because when you look at Kim Kardashian, and when you look at like all the ones I named, Kim Kardashian, you can't really tell that she's like married. Everybody knows she's married, but that woman is advertising. And if somebody else comes along who's better than Kanye in terms of money and status, what do you think she's gonna do? She ain't advertising like that for no reason. So anyway, just something that popped in my head. I thought I'd make a video about it. I'm gonna try and get more videos going on for you guys, but I'm really like focusing on real life right now. So I just got a lot going on, and I got a lot to take care of out here. I don't know. Maybe I need to like set up like you know, I keep on saying I'm gonna do this Patreon thing, man. I'm lazy as heck. I need somebody to do it for me. I ain't gonna lie. I just need someone to finish it for me. I started it, I didn't finish it. I need to set up like a PayPal pay me thing, and maybe I don't know. I don't want to get in the whole asking people for money type game, but maybe it'll help because it'll free up time. Because you know, I do overtime, I work a lot, whatever. Because I'm trying to get my money right. Because I'm not trying to be, you know, 2-3 years down the road in the same position that I am right now. You know, let alone 10-15 years. You know, so I'm busting my butt in real life. But if there's money rolling in, apparently these YouTubers making a lot of money somehow, then maybe I can free up some time and have more availability to like drop you guys some of the ideas and the concepts that go through my head, because it doesn't stop even though I'm not here dropping it on you guys. Anyway, this is your man Abuamerican. You can catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You can catch me on Steam It. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'm out, homies.